Okay, so in this video, we're going to go over how I created that short form video that you may have seen in my shorts. So we're just going to go over some like basic Canva tips. First, I started off with just their blank template here for Instagram story size. It's going to be the 16 by 9 size that we need for short form videos that are typically shown like TikTok, Reels, and stuff like that. Okay, so this is what I started off with. Now, let me pull up the colors that we had for it real quick. I went through Humans just so you can see like existing color palettes using like already included stuff. I'm just gonna copy over the fonts because we're not gonna go through like searching for those all over again. So this top one is our uh Aramo and Rundeck. Sorry, I'm like terrible at pronouncing things sometimes. That is not my strong suit. Okay. All right, and then so when we create like short form videos, you have to make sure to leave space on the sides here because when you when you upload it to whatever platform you're using, it's going to have icons on the side. So both depending on your settings, there are some platforms that allow you to change to from the left or right, whatever. So you just have to be mindful to leave space on both of them, at the top and the bottom. So I'd say about here, if you can see my mouse there, because around that area is where you start to see like captions and stuff like that on most platforms. So just make sure you leave a good amount of space in those areas. Okay, so for this first one, I just went this and then photos. I've done other stuff since then. So okay, so I used this bowl here. And we're gonna do the background remover, and Canva's been really good. They've gotten a lot better at removing the background on the images. So, I honestly don't even really use Photoshop anymore for this kinda stuff. I just use Canva to remove it because it's quicker, it saves me a lot of time, and as you can see here, it's really good quality. Like, it removed a lot of the stuff here. There's just, like, this little tiny bit down at the bottom, but for the most part, I mean, who's gonna see that in a fast-moving video, right? We're doing animated video here. No one's gonna see that. I do the same thing here, like, this this, like, 2000s Photoshop image of a cat, so we just, go ahead and do the background remover on this one as well. This one we're gonna make just a smidge smaller. Again, leaving that space down at the bottom. And we want this cat to land on here. And then we wanna make sure to leave, like, enough space between the text and this guy here, because um we don't want it to feel crowded. Alright, so we do that, and now, I'm just gonna duplicate this. Cause let me pull up the video real quick, so alright, so next we did the party cat, so we don't need that. And then edit image, background remover again. That looks good. You do wanna just double check because sometimes it leaves little things, but that looks good. And okay. So that's about the middle, and again, leaving enough space everywhere. And we're gonna duplicate this guy and then just flip him. Okay, so we did that once, and then we went into the dog. Let's see which dog. I use this guy here and this. So we're gonna move background on both of these. Cool. Oh, actually, you know what I forgot to do on this one? So we're gonna press background remover one more time because I actually forgot to remove the dog bowl. That's something I didn't have on the design previously. All right. So we'll just press on the side. You'll see like erase and restore. And I'm just gonna make the brush size real quick big to erase here. zoom in down with down at the bottom. Okay. And I'm just gonna make that piece a little rounded. Again, no one's really gonna notice, but just gonna do that to be on the safe side. Whoa. So I'm pressing control and just using that middle piece on the mouse to scroll in and out, but it's there we go. So and that wasn't quite working, so I just went ahead and used that. And we're gonna cut this in. All right, so we're gonna duplicate this because on the first screen we don't need him. We need the food. Okay. So that's about center there. All right, we're gonna delete this dog and paste this guy and send this doggy to the back. And there we go. Oh, for some reason it brought back the okay. So and that's to the back, right? We're gonna duplicate this. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So you have to be careful when you do stuff that oh, we'll just cut it down then. That's gonna save us time. You have to be careful that it doesn't touch the edges of the design or else it's gonna set it to the background, and we just don't always want that, right? Mm, okay. And we're gonna send this back. So I'm gonna press control and then those brackets on the keyboard, the left-sided ones. Okay, and we're gonna delete that. And then so I just copied this one and pasted, and again, control left-sided brackets, send the back, and then another one to the front, but this one we're gonna flip horizontally. So then it looks like another thing of food coming down. We're gonna copy the text. So after this, it goes into to that, right? And so we're celebrating and we're gonna have to make this smaller just because again, we need to leave the sides open. 1 year. Okay. So we had celebrating come up first, and then 1 year, and then this one, but we're gonna move it down a bit. There you go. Then we had this one, but then we had a second one. Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here for this and just start showing you all how I went ahead and added in the animations. So if we remember the audio, first one takes 1 second, roughly. So and these are animated individually, and this is a tumble, I believe. Let's see. No, it's not. It's baseline, but it's coming down. So you'll go through the animations, look at the one that you want to use. For this one, it's baseline. And instead of having the up arrow, I press the down arrow And I think I had it slowed down a bit, so it gives time for this one to come in. So on enter, there we go. So they land together. And we want this page to be animated for 1 second. Okay, and then this one, oh, it didn't have not for dolphins. It was just the cat. Oh, yeah. And then just again, the horizontal flip. And this one is animated. It's a pop animation. So let's go back to animate, pop. We'll do this one on both. But we need this page to be animated for 0.5 seconds. Same thing with this one, 0.5. And we want the pop animation on both enter and exit. Oh, okay. And then same thing with these. So this guy comes in, it's through baseline, going up, on enter only. Because we want the dog to stay there while we do the other ones. And this one also for 0.5 seconds. And you can just go to the little timer up there and like adjust the time. So now we're gonna animate this one only and also baseline, but we're gonna have it coming down on enter only. And we are not gonna animate the dog. And then making sure the page is set to 0.5 seconds. Not animating anything else on the page other than this last piece of food raining down. Again, baseline on enter, and it's coming down. And we're setting this page to 0.5. Right, and then this one too, I believe it was the baseline also, but let's check. Yeah, it is. So, or animate, baseline, on enter only because we don't want it to animate coming out and then having another animation when it's on the next screen. We just want it to look like it came up and it stayed there. So on enter only, going up, and again, 0.5 seconds. Now, only the 1 year gets on enter only. Only the 1 year phrase gets done going up, that one, and then changing this to 0.5 seconds. Same exact thing here. Yeah, this one's also baseline going up on enter, 0.5. And when you duplicate, you wanna duplicate without the animations because then it's gonna be harder to go back and or it's gonna take longer, not gonna be harder, but it's gonna take longer to go back in and change the animation for every single image. So you wanna just add everything once, create everything once, and then go back and add animation to only the elements that you want animated on that page. So, there we go, and now let's go ahead and take a look at it. Obviously, it's gonna have this page, but, uh right? And you would just do the same exact thing to all the other well, and you would just do the same exact thing to all the other elements that we have going from this point on. So, I hope that helps you see how easy it is to create a short form video using Canva. It's really accessible for those that don't have access to, Adobe products or Final Cut Pro or don't want to pay for the CapCut subscription and stuff like that. So if you already have Canva Pro, there's no sense in paying for other stuff if you are doing just basic video things. So, yes. If you have any questions, let me know below and be sure to subscribe to the channel where I will be sharing more tips on all things branding.